look at the base of a brain, which has just been removed from a skull, there's very little of the midbrain that can actually see. But yet, as I demonstrated in my lecture last week, if the under aspects of the temporal lobes are gently pulled apart, the upper portion of the stem of the brain can be seen. This so-called brain stem consists of the midbrain around a protrusion called the pons, and a stalk tapering downwards called the medulla oblongata, which passes out of the skull to the foramen magnum and becomes, of course, the spinal cord. Are there any questions before we proceed?
I have one question, Dr. Frankenstein.
That's Frankenstein.
I beg your pardon,
My name is pronounced Frankenstein.
but aren't you the grandson of the famous Dr. Victor Frankenstein who dug up freshly buried corporates and transformed dead components
Yes! Yes, yes. We are all familiar with what he did. But I'd rather be remembered for my own small contributions to science, and not because of my accidental relationship to a famous cuckoo. Now, if you don't mind, can we get on with your question?
Well, sir, I'm not sure if I understand the distinction between reflective and voluntary nerves impulses.
Very good. Since your lab today is a demonstration of this distinction, why don't we proceed? Mrs. Hilltop here, with whom I have never worked nor given any prior instructions to, she has graciously offered her services for this afternoon's demonstration. Mrs. Hilltop, will you raise your left knee, please? Okay, nice raising. Mrs. Hilltop, would you hop on one foot? You have just witnessed a voluntary nerve impulse. It begins with the stimulus through the cerebral cortex, passes through the brainstem, and to the particular muscles involved. Mrs. Hilltop? Now, the reflex movements are those which vary between the peripheral nervous system and the central nervous system. Though we are not aware of these impulses, neither do we intend to keep them. But as you can see, they do work by themselves. But what if we block the nerve impulse by simply adding local pressure, which can be done with any ordinary metal clamp, just at the swelling on the posterior nerve roots for, oh, say, 5 or 6 seconds. As you can see, all communication has been shut off. But in spite of our mechanical magnificence, if it were not for this continuous stream of motor impulses, we would collapse like a bunch of broccoli. Now, in conclusion, it should be noted, you're good to go, Ms. Soka, and tell your husband to give you an extra $1. That any more than common injury is really serious. But once a nerve fiber is suffered, there is no way in heaven or on earth to regenerate life back into it. Now, are there any last questions before we leave?
Dr. Frankenstein.
Yes?
Is it true that Darwin presumes a piece of vermicelli in a glass case until some extraordinary means it actually begins to move with a voluntary motion?
That depends. Are you speaking of the worm or the spaghetti?
Why the worm, sir?
Yes, it does seem that I have read something of that of an incident like that when I was a student. You have to remember that a worm, with very few exceptions, is not a human being.
But wasn't that the basics of your grandfather's work, sir? The reanimation of dead tissue?
My grandfather was a very sick man.
But as a Frankenstein, aren't you a bit curious about how that just wasn't bringing back to life I was once dead and hold any interacts for you?
You are talking about the nonsensical ravings of a lunatic mind. Dead is dead.
But what about the heart and the kidneys?
Hearts and kidneys are tinker toys. I am talking about the central nervous system.
But sir!
I am a scientist, not a philosopher. Do you have more chance of reanimating this pen than you have amending a broken nervous system?
But what about your grandfather's work?
My grandfather's work was doo-doo. I am not interested in death. The only thing that concerns me is the preservation of life. I can't believe you.
Will you just get a hold of
Don't
yourself?
touch me, don't touch me. I'm hysterical. I'm a hysterical teacher. And I'm wet. I'm wet. I'm hysterical and I'm wet. I'm wet. I'm hysterical. I'm hysterical and I'm wet. I'm hysterical and I'm wet. I'm in pain and I'm wet. And I'm still hysterical. I'm still hysterical and I'm wet. And I'm in pain. I'm still hysterical. I'm in pain. I'm in pain. I'm hysterical and I'm wet. I'm hysterical. I'm hysterical and I'm wet. No. Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. I can't believe you talk about my grandfather right in front of the class. Okay, go. Go. You're excused.
Hello. Have you seen Dave? Dave? David?
Hey, Shane. How you doing?
David,
Yes.
you're horizontal.
Just before I say how dare you call me horizontal. What's horizontal?
Well, it's sideways. Anyways, you're in the sideways position. And I'm vertical, which is in the upright position.
I want to fix it. Is that better?
No, I'm horizontal and you're vertical.
You got an idea. How's that?
No.
What did you call me before?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. What did you call me before? Sideways, vertical,
Horizontal.
horizontal. I fixed that. How's that?
No, I'm horizontal and you're vertical.
I'm gonna fix that.
Oh, wait! There's gotta be a better way.
Thermal. Okay, sneeze.
Let's do.
Sneeze.
Let's do.
Pause. Rewind. Pause. Slow motion. Pause. The horizontal dance. Pause. Hey, do you want to try?
I'm still paused.
Oh, hang on a minute. You go.
Good, die.
Here you go. Good. Okay, first things first. If you could point your remote at Shane and press the vertical button. You feel better now?
Yeah.
Okay, now press play. I'm thirsty.
You want to switch back?